Champagne Nights and Shadows of Fear. I am Muiza, a stout and confident woman, aged 29. This is a story I never imagined I'd tell, one that still sends shivers down my spine. It happened last year on my birthday, a night that began with laughter and champagne but ended with a brush with death. You see, just months before my birthday, I had survived a terrible car accident. Coming out alive from that wreck had given me a new perspective on life. I was determined to live every moment to the fullest. So, when my birthday rolled around, my friends and I decided to go all out. We chose one of Lusaka's busiest and most glamorous clubs to celebrate. That night, we dressed to the nines, looking sharp and stunning. I was surrounded by my favorite people, ready to toast to life, survival, and happiness. The club was packed, the music was loud, and the energy was electric. My girlfriends were sipping champagne, while my male friends preferred whiskey. The laughter, the toasts, and the dance floor were ours for the night. That's when a waitress approached me with a curious smile. "What are you ladies drinking?" she asked. "There's a gentleman offering to buy your table more bottles." We all exchanged surprised glances, and curiosity got the better of us. It was champagne night, so we told her exactly that. Moments later, bottles of champagne began arriving at our table one after another. The attention was intoxicating. Other patrons in the club watched us with envy as our table turned into a mini celebration of its own. Whoever this mystery man was, he was not holding back. Eventually, the man behind the bottles came over with his two friends. He was tall, well-dressed, and carried himself with calm confidence. His name was Mutale, and his smile had a way of putting people at ease. The night continued and it became one to remember. Laughter, dancing, and champagne that seemed to flow endlessly. As the night wore on, the champagne began to take its toll. I was tipsy and I knew it was time to leave. One of Mutale's friends offered to take me home. I was hesitant, but I had left my car at home, something I often did because I didn't trust myself to drive after drinking. My friends, ever cautious, were reluctant about letting a stranger take me, so they made sure to take pictures with him and collected his business card just in case. As we drove, the atmosphere in the car shifted. Mutale started making advances, his voice soft and persuasive. "Muiza, I like you," he said. "You're so beautiful. Let's not let tonight end so soon." I knew where this was going. I told him firmly, "I don't do one-night stands." But Mutale wasn't giving up. He pleaded, complimented me, and then offered a sum of money that made my breath catch. It was an amount I couldn't ignore. My salary barely lasted a week, and I had two siblings in college and a mother struggling on the farm. The weight of my responsibilities pressed heavily on me in that moment. My heart pounded as I wrestled with my morals. "Lord, forgive me," I whispered to myself. "I'm doing this for my family." We diverted to a hotel, a luxurious one I'd only ever seen in passing. When we arrived, Mutale parked the car and handed me the keys. "Wait here," he said. "Someone will escort you to my room." Moments later, a security guard approached. He swiped his card and led me to the penthouse suite. The elevator ride was long, and my anxiety grew with each passing second. Inside the room, Mutale's demeanor changed. He was no longer the charming man from the club. His eyes were cold and his smile had a sinister edge. The air was heavy with tension. He made his intentions clear, but something about his behavior unsettled me. When I tried to leave, he blocked my way. His voice grew darker as he muttered, "You're not going anywhere." Panic set in as he lunged at me. My survival instincts kicked in, and I fought back with everything I had. I grabbed a lamp from the bedside table and swung it with all my strength. It connected with his head, and he fell unconscious. Shaking, I bolted from the room and down the hall. My heart was racing as I reached the lobby where I saw a police officer. Barely able to form words, I told him what had happened. He immediately called for backup and followed me back upstairs. Mutale was arrested that night, and investigations revealed a chilling truth. He had a history of luring women, using them, and disposing of them. I was one of the lucky ones who had escaped. Today, Mutale is behind bars and his reign of terror is over. That night changed me forever. It taught me to trust my instincts and value my life above all else. It also reminded me of the strength I didn't know I had, the strength to fight back and survive. The end.